Folks say to be the very best, you gotta travel across the land. But I'm happy here at pretty good, just out walking with my friends. So you can fly from coast to coast for all the antics of ends. But my destiny's here in Tennessee, my Pokédex in hand. You run your laps chasing lickitung in Providence, and you arc your throws for Electabuzz in St. Louis. But when you're lost in Boston seeking Pokestops, boo-hoo, we'll all still be spinning them up on Rocket Top. It's true. Well, you can race to catch 'em all and fall flat on your face. We'll hatch our Togepi's here in Tennessee at our own predestined pace. We don't need Tanglers from Los Angeles. If you're there chasing Charizard, you're making your life way too hard. Clutching garlic, pounding pavement down Ventura Boulevard. We don't need Nidoqueens from down New Orleans. I hate to rain on solo you, but parades need a willing crew. All those squirtles on St. Charles saw you wandering and withdrew. Well, you can race to catch 'em all and fall flat on your face. We'll hatch our Togepi's here in Tennessee at our own predestined pace. We don't need Lapras from Minneapolis or Polipers from Mississippers. There's enough Weedles on Monteagle, we could evolve a swarm of Beedrill. There's enough Snubbull down to Shovel, we could team Sled with Grumble. We don't need Oregon from out in Oregon, or any Pikachus from up in Massachusetts. Sorry, Professor Oklahoma, we'll raid gyms in Tullahoma. Sorry, Pokecoin Palooka, we'll hatch on hikes in Chattanooga. Well, you can race to catch 'em all and fall flat on your face. We'll hatch our Togepi's here in Tennessee at our own predestined pace.
Hey, welcome, Andrew. I'm glad you love the song as much as I do.
You can race to catch 'em all and fall flat on your face. We'll hatch our Togepi's here in Tennessee at our own predestined pace.
Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm down here in Slot 8. Look at me. Hi. If you've never seen a Joe Hill stream before, you are in for a treat. This is a Hermitcraft behind-the-scenes recording session. We are going to start recording Hermitcraft episode 121 today. Now, I'm actually I'm on the Firewatch Island recreation I've been working on. During the earlier debate I was watching, I decided to set up some things for the second segment of the episode. We're going to come back here and harvest a bunch of this bamboo I planted. But first, hey, Iskall's here. Howdy, Iskall. We are just hanging out, though. No worries. I had said hello to him hours ago when I started planting all this bamboo, and now he's back. Anyway, so what we're going to do today, this is where we're going to record our second segment. Our first segment, we actually need to record back at our underwater redstone lab. We are going to be showcasing first what we're attempting to achieve with the scaffolding, and then we're going to come back here and I'm going to showcase the farm that I've built. This is not really a good farm by any means. Oh, hey, we actually need ink too. So let's also get this ink. Yay! Hey, that's a small victory. As you guys can see, I've also planted some, what do you call these, pickles around here. Because I was a big fan of the Rugrats television show, and it really inspired me to bring a little bit of that pickles innovation and spirit into my Minecraft gaming. Thank you for the host on Mixer, Truckpipe. I was on the fence about streaming today, I will tell you guys. Now, one thing that I feel very strongly about is I want people to participate as much as possible in their governments at whatever level they can. Local, city level, municipal level, if you want to be fancy about it, your state or territorial level, and then again at your national or federal level. And today we had a big debate here in America, not about a particular topic, but we actually had several of the primary candidates for the Democratic Party. They're hoping for that presidential nomination. But here's the thing. I don't like to live stream my show at the same time huge national level stuff like that is happening. Now, normally, I'm not competing with the Scottish Parliament because they're in a different time zone than me. So I don't want you guys thinking I'm singling out America because I'm American. No, if the Scottish Parliament is in session, I'm not streaming, I'm watching the Scottish Parliament. Which, by the way, the Scottish Parliament website is way better than our C-SPAN here in America. So you guys should keep up with that. But anyway, so this is going to be a little bit of a shorter stream than usual, probably only around an hour to 90 minutes because we are starting late. But I wanted to give everybody a chance who is American and wanted to participate in that to be better informed. And I've got some thoughts. Oh, wait, dang it, I went the wrong way. I wanted to go up. Well, whatever. Well, let's record that first segment. We do have one segment we need to record over here. So, I'll talk a little bit. Angela Frogman, whose name I think I might have pronounced, says, I'll be turning 18 in 2020 and I'm excited to vote. Good for you. It's not a bad time to start learning about the candidates because they have, honestly, it's a complicated system. And the more you can learn, the better. So, here's where we are starting here. How late is Iskall staying up, or is he waking up early? He's probably not waking up early, it's Iskall. 10 Hades Stamp says, my brother's microphone came today. It's the same model as yours. Well, I hope he enjoys it. So, yeah, I'm probably going to talk a little bit about my thoughts on the debate. Oh, man, I'm just realizing all these lights up here are just terrible, too. I need to fix all the lights. Wow, these torches are so bad. I got started on some fancy stuff with diamonds in the floor here, and I'm realizing now I never really did. Jinten the Roo says, as a Brazilian girl, y'all Americans really scare me. I am sorry. We hopefully will do better. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out if there's a good place here for me to show the roller coaster progress I've made. You know what I'm realizing? I really wish I'd made this wall glass. That would have been better. Okay. So, here's what we're going to do. We are going to swim a little this way, I think. Uh-oh. That guy has a trident. That is a trident guy. Where's my trident? My dent, if you will. Maybe that's not a trident. What is that? Is that a fishing rod? Great. Okay, well, so now 1,000,000 of those guys are gonna spawn, but whatever. Whoa! Yep. Called it. We need to start recording this episode before the donations start rolling in, because I'm not gonna have time to acknowledge them. Face camera off. Start recording. Hermitcraft, Season 6, Episode 121, Segment Alpha, Take 1, Action! Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee, and we are deep below the sea. Actually, we're only about 10, 15 meters down. I wanted to show you guys some of the progress I made on this kind of roller coaster ride here, but I'm realizing that as cool as it looks from out here, it would probably look better from up close. So why don't we head indoors and take a look at that, other than the fact that it's hard to fly from inside the water. Oh, this is actually a really bad way to frame this. Hermitcraft, Season 6, Episode 121, Segment Alpha, Take 2. Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. Oh, man, there are a lot of horses down here. Do these guys not have skeletons on them? Wait, do these horses not drown? Can I just ride them? I can just... is it because of the enchantment? The, whatever thing that we have? That little glowing eyeball in the upper right makes the horses not die too? Can they breathe underwater because of that? Okay, well, I'm way off track here. I originally was going to show you guys this roller coaster I was working on, which admittedly is not perfect, but it's got, you know, scaffolding everywhere, which I think will be really disquieting and discomforting for the riders. We've got some test lava down here that they can fly into, but I'm realizing if I'm going to make a roller coaster out of scaffolding, I'm probably going to need to go get some more of that bamboo and some string. Now, luckily, they definitely sell string in the mall, and they also sell bamboo in the mall, but here's a fun fact about the bamboo that's on sale in the mall. It's actually cheaper to kind of grow your own. So what I did was I bought a few stacks of bamboo for $1, and I've started a small bamboo farm on my recreation of Greg A. Vaughn's island from the Tamarat's Fate adventure. But here's the thing: before we go over there, let's just showcase the ride so far. We've got a pretty decent core concept here, where you get on this minecart thing, you flip some pages in a book, but I'm not going to go into detail about that yet. You press the button. Depending on how many pages you flipped, maybe that works, maybe you fell in the lava there, and then maybe your minecart's diverted, or maybe you end up in the lava here. But there's a lot of other things, a lot of other time-based traps we could do with lava on a rail cart system that are not necessarily going to destroy the cart system behind you. Although, I do think the idea of having other rail cart systems get destroyed, like it looks like they're tracks that you are going to go on later, but then they're punched out with piston blocks, that's just really cool. So, we got to figure out everything we can about how to really mentally mess with people by destroying rail carts in front of, or rail cart roller coasters in front of them. That was not a good take there. Well, the first part of the take was good. We're gonna come back to this. Okay. I sound tired. Do you guys? Is everybody that thinks I sound tired? Was I not delivering that high energy? Was that not higher energy enough? Okay, maybe let's skip the part with the rail cart. We're gonna stop the recording. We're going to face camera back on down here in slot 8. Don't worry, this is not going to be a late recording night, guys, because we already had the debates earlier. So Harris fills string. Do I really sound that tired? I don't feel tired. That's what's interesting to me, is you guys are like, you're so tired sounding, you should go to bed. But I don't feel tired. Squirrel Master says, you always sound a bit tired. Okay, that's also fair. Space Dorito says that sounds plenty energetic to me. Organ One Copy Pasta says you seemed a bit more relaxed. Watch your pickaxe. Oh, that's one of the reasons I was gonna go to the place to mend my stuff before recording this segment. Okay, well, so we're getting a lot of mixed messages on about whether or not I sound tired. I'm not feeling tired. I was energized after watching the debates by Joe Biden really doing a poor job of explaining how to visit a website. And so then I was like, I will tell people to visit my live stream instead. And I thought that was funny. But he was like, if you want to support me, go to my website, Joe3033 or something like that. And everybody's like, what is, Mr. Biden, are you sure that's a website? And whatever. I thought it was funny. I was like, well, or you could go to mixer.com/Joe. People are saying I just sounded chill. Welcome, Kino Zerna. Pandas Red says you should record a section of the video with your face camera in slot 8. No. The YouTube videos and the live streams are intentionally distinct products. I don't want people to be bored by what I'm making. Okay. So I was actually also looking for they're the leather things that you use to ride horses. Saddles. Could have sworn I had saddles somewhere over here, but maybe not. Oh, man. No saddles? Hey, thank you, Zeus Awoken. Oh, I forgot to sleep in a bed. Do. La da 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 da. Zapman Z, the redstone is going well. If you want saddles, kill a wandering trader. Good to know. Okay, so we're gonna bring the string to make scaffolding with. Well, the thing is, Isuma's shop or whatever costs diamonds, and I literally just spent all of my diamonds. Welcome, Ink Haze. Glad to have you today. Welcome, Funtime Bravo Bravo. Oh, whoops. I have top chat on instead of live chat, so I might have missed it if somebody was spamming. Yeah, guys, I can't shop at Sahara until I get money. So, okay. What we're going to do is, as a fun game for me, I'm going to... Oh, there's a creeper there. Huh. As a fun game for me, I'm not going to not activate that creeper. What was I going to do? Oh, yeah. I was going to go through the portal. Iskel's the only one online. Yeah, I was going to say, as a fun game for me, I'll go ahead and start timing out anybody who says shop at Sahara. Starting in about 30 seconds, because that's how long the stream delay can be for some people. And that just seems fair. Leo Pup says, no spoilers, please, for any shows or movies. Kira Demond says, check some Concorp shops for buyback. That's a good idea. That's how I got the money I had that I spent in the last episode. Wesley says, hey, Joe, your brother's a good singer. Thank you. I'm very proud of him. He's great, and I'm so lucky that he worked with me on that last album. Whoops. Where are all of these guys at? Okay, so we need to get all of our mending equipment on our hotbar. I'm gonna mute the game on there real quick, so because it's gonna be really loud. Okay, so we're gonna switch that to this shovel. Hey, thank you for the $5, Garvin Dragon, who writes, how long are you streaming, Joe? Probably for another 70 minutes. We started late because of the presidential primary debate. But I still have work in the morning, and I assume a lot of people here still do too. That can't just be me. So. Okay. Everything's not quite fixed yet, but soon. Okay, so let's go ahead and remove the elytra and the boots for right now, because it'll make everything else fix more quickly. I should really get mending on this helmet. Drew Ivans says, I like your content, but the time skips always annoy me. Well, we're in the middle of a time skip now, Drew Ivans. So, sorry about that. I'm a LAMP developer, Austin Clenard. Linux, Apache, MySQL, PHP. Okay. So we're going to start heading down the ladder here. And I will turn the sounds back on now that they won't make you guys very, very upset. Garvin Dragon says, lol, I'm working now, but cleaning the back so I can listen. Well, I'm glad you can join us. Yeah, this is the time skip. Hey, welcome Plural Dust. Welcome Joey. Welcome Blank Slate D. Welcome Mr. Robert. Welcome McAdoo, Bay Bros. Welcome Gaia Eagle. Welcome Nintendule. Welcome Becca Unmodified. Welcome Exact Opposite Man, South Carolina Worify. Welcome Alice Evans. Taco Gaming, The Cow Gamer, Riot Kirshner. Welcome Willow F. Welcome one and all. Welcome Game & Watcher. Okay, so now we need to go back to our we want to go on the west tunnel. Is it east versus west or man against man? Can any nation stand alone in a burning heart just about to burst? There's a quest for answers and unquenchable thirst. La da 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 da. Outline Salt says can't see you. I'm down here in slot 8. Howdy, Outline Salt. Today we are collecting scaffolding to make roller coaster. Whoops. Why is that? Why did that drop me back down? That's weird. Okay, so we need to go run around here and collect all this bamboo and collect all this other stuff. So before we do that, here's how. First, we're gonna drop off the extra string. Blech, my face. Welcome, Taco Gaming. Okay, let's go ahead and put the string. Up here. Okay, we'll put this scaffold next to it so we have our scaffolds generally together. Put that back there. Yeah. Why am I carrying all these sponges? These need to go in my chest. I need to return those. Okay. A lot of people are asking me to sing that song that they all like, so here we go. Well, actually, first let's go ahead and do this next recording segment. Hermitcraft Season 6, Episode 121, Segment Bravo, Take 1. Those scaffolding... The scaffold coaster you just witnessed was merely a glimpse into a wondrous future that will require much, much more scaffolding. Now, I don't know how familiar you are with the latest version of Hermitcraft, but scaffolding is actually constructed with bamboo and string. So I've gone through here and started planting a large amount of bamboo, and it is just practically raining bamboo over here now. So, hallelujah, let's go ahead and collect all that and kind of start constructing the bamboo roller coaster prototype of our dreams. Now, of course, it's not enough to just collect one cluster of bamboo. We're probably going to need several generations of this incredibly efficient bamboo farm in motion to work before we actually have enough scaffolding to make a really intentionally frightening roller coaster. So, while I let the bamboo grow, what I figure I'll do is I'll go ahead and plant stone and sand around the island to continue the terraforming work we started about 5 or 6 episodes ago. Although, arguably, we really started terraforming this a long time before then. Really, from the first episode, we've been terraforming this island. But core concept, we're going to keep doing the work that we have started on this island while we gather the materials to do the work we started in the Ministry of Truth. There will be many works, there will be many starts, and hopefully we will open 1,000 hearts to possibilities that they would never dream of on their own. Or maybe we'll just show them that the dreams they had were completely valid, and that the, divination talents that their mother keeps telling them are real. The dream you had about this Joe Hills episode that has now come to pass is a vindication of your power. The world shudders before your might. Time skip! Okay. So, stop recording. We are back now. Whoa, that is a lot of bamboo already. Wow, I didn't realize how much bamboo I was collecting. So a lot of people have been asking me to sing a very popular song, but, there used to be some copyright concerns around it. It looks like we're in the clear now, so here we go. Creeper, we go back to the mines, our pickaxe swinging, side to side swinging, side to side, creeper, woo. Hey, and we got a $2 donation, or £2 donation from William Mulligan, who writes, "Hey, boy, my friendo." So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and move 2 beads that represent monetary units on our abacus over. So we are at 7 out of 20 toward our next face camera expansion. So we are also going to go ahead and drop off this bamboo here. We definitely... This actually, maybe I don't need as much bamboo farm as I thought, because this went really fast. Okay, Tracy Holiday, bye-bye. It's going to take a little bit of running back and forth, sorry, to collect all the bamboo here. This is not an optimal bamboo farm. I was lying when I said it was an optimal bamboo farm. Somebody says, please, though, use the right tool on bamboo. What is the right tool to use on bamboo? Do I hit it with a sponge? Do I clean it first? Do you have to clean it before you collect it? Somebody says, mending on your axe. Oh, no, it's just unbreaking 1. Wani Chacos, I am recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. What about the sword? Sword's unbreaking 3. Visually pleasing farm, not very efficient. It's efficient if your goal is aesthetic utility. I want it to be very visually pleasing. That's my top goal. If you hit the second block, you don't need to replant. Oh, okay. Well, I'll just start doing that from now on. That's good to know. Thank you. So, like, if I came back over here and wanted to hit this bamboo, I would do it like this. Oh, but then you can't run through it. Like, if you hit the bottom block, you can run through it. I don't know if I like this. Yeah, this doesn't feel as good. Sounds like I'm in a slot machine, though. Slot 8 machine. Hey, Ben Davenport, thank you for the $2. Who writes, hope your night is going well. It is going well, and so I'm going to slide 2 more beads across on our abacus. That is 2 out of 20 toward our next face camera expansion. Or sorry, 9 out of 20 toward... 7 plus 2 equals 9 out of 20 toward our next face camera expansion. Somebody says bamboo doesn't need a water source. Well, what if I wanted to have one because I'm not a monster? Most sentient life requires water. A question, what is the number of your... what is that word? Open a new tab so I can look that up. Well, my web browser seems to have crashed. Well, I can't look that up now. Okay. Hey, looks like I did donation. Whoa, wait, what happened? No, don't archive it. I want to see that message. $11 just came in from Truck Pipe MC. That is going to clear our abacus racks. So we are going to experience a face camera expansion. If you direct your attention down here to slot number 8. Howdy, y'all. Grow Hills here, expanded as I... Whoops. Gotta click this first. Howdy, y'all. Grow Hills here, expanding as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. We are just gonna wander over this way. Wander over that way. La da 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 da. I like having a green screen tank top. See, now if I robbed a bank, you wouldn't be able to see my face. And it would protect me from dust. See? I'm not inhaling any of that sand. So there we go. Where were we? Oh, yeah. We also need to collect a ton of paper. I have been to Gatlinburg. Nicholas Comrot says, first time I've seen expansion. Well, stick around. Usually happens a few times. Becca Unmodified says, why are you robbing banks? Well, that's where they keep the money. Okay, welcome, Honorary Senior. Hey, welcome, Emily Pugh. Okay, here's what we're gonna do next. Dang it, come on. The elytra's not broken. Welcome, Jaeger 10. I have been to Chattanooga, Tennessee. I have been to Nashville Shores. I actually went there for a barbecue competition. I wasn't competing, but I knew some people who were, and we went to go and taste test their food, which is fun. Midnight Leader says, why don't you wear diamond armor? Because diamond armor costs diamonds. I don't like conspicuous consumption. I have been to the Void. I was there in one of my recent live streams. Jay Hubert, ask your random question directly. Don't preface it, because I won't see it if you do that. But yeah, thank you, Garvin Dragon, for your additional Canadian $10 donation. That has been logged on the Abacus accordingly. Mitchell Logan says, who's the richest hermit? Probably Cleo, because her heart is so full of love. Okay. Is your mind game done? No, we're collecting bamboo to make scaffolding for it. What is your favorite mythical creature? And if you don't have a favorite mythical creature, what is your favorite animal? I don't know. Hey, welcome, Wandering Whales. We are talking about being rich in love. Devin Smith says, I saw you in my suggested, probably because I watched Grian. Oh, well, excellent. Welcome. My name is Joe Hills. I'm broadcasting live from Nashville, Tennessee. I've been playing on the Hermitcraft server for about 7 years. I was actually the first person who was not a founder of the server who was invited to join. So, I've been here for a while. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to go take all of the sugarcane we farmed, and we're going to turn it into paper. Oh, we should probably harvest these potatoes too while we're here. We'll throw these in the furnace. Yeah, I was the first person invited who wasn't part of the founding group. So, like, there were a bunch of people that were part of the group that made the server together. And then I was the first one that was like, when they were like, well, we got a bunch of redstoners, we got a bunch of builders. And Generic B, who was the leader at the time, was like, we should get somebody else who is like, not really a redstoner, not really a builder. And everybody's like, well, isn't that the point of the server? And he's like, yeah, but we should have weird people too. Exact Opposite Man says, who are founders? Founders are people that, like, create something together as a group. Understanding Adobe, the Hermitcraft server, Hermitcraft is like an artist collective. So I can't go into too much detail about it, but basically people chip in to keep things running. You guys can find wiki lists of all the original founders, but like Isuma and Biffa were two of them, Hypnotized, Kirshar, Red Eyes, Generic B. Bluefire, my favorite sport is eating baked potatoes. Okay. Oh no, it's getting dark already. Oh, I do want to see how those pickles that I planted actually are working. Okay, so I put pickles in the tide pool there. That's going well. And then, hey, those pickles out here along the docks are also looking nice. So that's good. My favorite sport is a good sport. Everyone should be a good sport when they lose at a game. You know, that's the best sport. Toka King 907 says, Joe, your voice is hoarse. Is it? It doesn't... I don't feel like I'm hoarse. Yeah, Mumbo was invited to join the server well after I joined. Feral Spears says, when I look at your profile, it just weirds me out. That's fine. If you look at me in profile or in portrait, like head on, I'm weird nonetheless. I'm currently... Okay, BT Rules says, where is Joe on the map? Like, what district is he in? So, I am currently southwest of the Spawn Islands. So, if we go this way a little bit, I'll show you guys where we're at. So, if we head northeast... Jason White says, what do you think of a Tabaxi Sorcerer in D&D 5e? That's actually what I normally play as. If we head a little bit northeast here, we should hit the main spawn island. Like the, like server spawn. Or at least I thought we would. Maybe it's further than I thought. There's a reason I usually don't fly here by myself. Well, maybe we just hit the industrial district because I wasn't paying attention. Well, anyway, server spawn's out there somewhere. So, this is then kind of the industrial district here. Ooh, they really like those powerful things. But, anyway. We can just go ahead and swim through here. Okay. What's my favorite song? River Song. I feel like there's a hole in the ceiling I need to find. When did B00 join? Sometime during Season 1 originally. He was on for a little while, and then he disappeared, and then he came back, and he's, okay, so there's the Eastern Tunnel, so I need to go to the Western Tunnel. Okay, so there was the world spawn portal back there. And then if I turn left here, we'll see the portal for where I'm going. I did not get a haircut. It's just kind of off today because, I don't know. I need to get a haircut. I'm probably going to go get a haircut tomorrow. Okay, so what was I doing? Oh, yeah, I was going to make a bunch of scaffolding with the stuff I had. Okay. Okay, sorry, spamming for people is not going to be a good thing for you. Brendan Mullen says, why isn't your face camera cover the whole screen anymore? Because it resets every time it hits 6 a.m. in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. So, it's probably been 6 a.m. since the last stream in Punxsutawney. That would be my guess. Stickman says, you look young, though. I'm 33. Hey, thank you, Boca, for the $2, who says, I like the stream. That brings us up to 12 out of 20 toward our next face camera expansion. So we're going to start throwing some scaffolds here together. Wow, That went further than I thought it was going to. Okay. Hey, looks like we got another donation here. $20 from Cal, who says, these streams have helped me keep my head up searching for jobs, and I finally got one. Hey, congratulations. She writes, thank you for the support. So, yep, that's $20. That's 2 full racks on the Abacus. We're going to expand Joe. Do-do-do-do. Howdy, y'all. Grow Hills here. Expanded as I always am in Nashville, Tennessee. You can see my green screen tank top a little bit better now. That's nice. And then we are still 12 out of 20 toward our next phase camera expansion. We are about halfway through the stream because we started late because of the Democratic debates tonight. Oh, I was going to turn all of this into paper too. Okay, great. So I kind of feel like I should put all this scaffolding into these sorts of chests here because we're going to need that when we get there later. Okay, so yeah, I might get a haircut. The big thing is I think I need to get like my beard trimmed or something. I've never actually had a beard long enough to trim it myself. So my original plan was to keep growing it out until I had to figure out how to trim it myself, but I'm thinking about going to a real barber because sometimes when I have important meetings with clients and stuff at work, since I'm supposed to be good at what I do, it would be important for me to look like I'm not some sort of, I don't know, beatnik or what have you. Although you could argue that I am one. But I don't know. What was I going to do? Hey, thank you for the $20, Crazy Nerd Monkey, who writes, Grow? Grow! Look at that! See? There's some stuff along the sides that kind of needs to be cleaned up. Grow Hills! Woo! Okay. So there we go. Face camera enjoyed its few minutes at the appropriate size, and now we're getting well into the, Joe, your face camera's too big. Don't worry. It gets larger. Airwheel says, go to a barber with a beard. Trust me on this. See, that is smart. That is the kind of high-level thinking that I expect from you audience folks. YouTube is not my full-time job. Okay. Toby Davis says, how do you keep up with politics? I try to get as much of it as I can from like watching it actively happen. Looking at C-SPAN to watch actual things that are going on in the legislature, reading Supreme Court cases, opinions. I'm a primary sources guy because I'm actually a trained historian at the college level, so I tend to go for that sort of thing. And then in terms of like actual issues, I try to find people who are affected by those issues and talk to them. Because like I travel a lot for this video game convention stuff, but it gives me a lot of opportunities to talk to people all over the country about the things that impact them in their day-to-day lives. And so, you know, you talk to people, you hear about things. That's really influential in my personal politics. Roztech says, Joe, I'm digging how often you're streaming. Thank you. I'm streaming how often you're digging, I guess. Let's see. I'm a lamp developer, Ben Davenport. Bum, 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 bum. Hey, welcome, Evan Lynn. Welcome, BT Rules. Welcome, Claire Henry. I originally was majoring in East Asian history, but the school I was going to didn't offer enough East Asian history courses, like, routinely for me to graduate on time. And so I ended up switching to American history at the last minute because I had incidentally gotten enough credits to graduate with that. But my original plan was to major in East Asian history and to take a bunch of language courses in Japanese and Chinese. So I was not on E50 understanding Adobe. Okay. Thank you, Sputnik22. It was my birthday about 11 days ago now. So. Understanding Adobe, I was not on E50. Life is treatment will, Joey Hubert. Oops. Linux, Apache, MySQL, PHP, LAMP. People asking, are you going to join in the Area 51 raid? If you plan to infiltrate a federal installation, don't publicize your plans ahead of time. That's my advice. The people who are really serious about raiding Area 51 are going to be doing it like 3 weeks before this big scheduled thing. Or tomorrow. But I am not in Utah at the moment, or Nevada, or anywhere remotely close to that region. I don't know why people are freaking out that I have Tumblr. I've had Tumblr for like 9 years or something. Kyler Shields, I'm a LAMP developer. Linux, Apache, MySQL, PHP. I'm making scaffolding to build a roller coaster. Ooh, I actually do want those redstone lamps. Ooh, those are actually really good boots, too. I want to hold on to those. Man, why do I have so much good random stuff in these chests? Ooh, I might want that quartz, actually, as well. Okay. The only reason I started actually, like, I haven't actually, like, used Tumblr because I never really understood how it worked. But, you know, I could just log in. I had it set up to automatically post my videos a while back. But, the thing is that I realized that people were making this incredible fan art and it wasn't getting seen. And I felt bad. I was like, what? People worked really hard on this. So I need to figure out how to like and reblog things or whatever so that these artists get acknowledgement for, like, their incredible work. Because it's really nice that people work so hard to make cool stuff for the hermits. And I want them to feel appreciated. So there's that one. We can probably fill this one pretty much. I need some more string. The minigame is kind of weird high concept at this point. Okay. So we are at the 54-minute mark. We're going to be going for another 35 minutes or so. Here's what... Oh, I kind of want these end rods. Oh, I did have leather over here. SL says, how did you go from history to working in IT? Well, I've been programming since I started using QBasic at the age of 6, and I loved programming so much, I was like, I don't want to program for a living, because if I do it as my job, I won't want to experiment with new technology in my free time, which is, I was right. I'm so burnt out on programming at the end of the day, at my day job, that it's very hard for me to work on programming projects for myself at home. And that's one of the reasons I do this instead, because this uses a totally different part of my brain. But yeah, so my plan was to go into the military as a United States Marine Corps infantry officer. And so I was doing ROTC in college, and then I had some medical problems, and I wasn't able to serve. And so basically I was like, okay, well, now I owe the Navy a bunch of money for school, and I lost my job basically, and I need to figure something out. So at that point, I figured out, oh, well, all that programming stuff that I didn't want to do for a living because I didn't want to be stuck in an office all day, I can still do. And my medical problems mean I'm basically gonna have to have a job where I'm stuck in an office all day. So that's convenient. So it felt a lot like failure. But I was able to take a job using skills I was good at. And that's still what I'm doing. But when people talk about Joe, would you want to do YouTube full time? If I did YouTube full time, for me doing YouTube full time would be me doing neat creative projects full time. Some of those would be this YouTube stuff. Others would be cool computer programming stuff that I've got this huge backlog of things I want to work on that I'm just so burnt out on programming from my day job that I don't want to do them when I get home, or I'm too tired to do them when I get home. And if I was doing quote unquote YouTube or creativity stuff full time, I'd be spending some of the time doing YouTube, some of the time doing weird computer stuff, making cool stuff, toys, games, weird things. Sputnik says, why don't you wear diamond armor? I don't want to. This is a video game. Why would you do something you don't want to do in a video game? June 10 the Roo says, I hope I get into the Hermit Zine, though. I want to draw Joe or Cleo for the zine. Here's the thing about that, June 10 the Roo. That is not an official magazine. The point of fandom zines is that fans create them. So here's the thing, is that you can make your own zine, whether they want you to or not. They have no exclusivity rights to that concept. So... Well, when I say I lost my job, I mean I lost my career path in the Marine Corps, but that was also in 2006. So it's 13 years later, guys. I've recovered. I'm doing okay. But yeah, it really set me back a few years. But yeah, the money I ended up owing the Navy was tens of thousands of dollars, and that was actually a big part of why I struggled financially for the last several years, because I never had a credit card, but I'm in insane amounts of debt. Or I paid off all that debt last July. Not July 2019, but 2018. So been trying to move forward with my life and change how I approach things now that I'm not constantly in crippling debt. But the funny thing is, when you owe that much money, you set aside all sorts of short-term things. So it's I've been buying super cheap clothes for years, and they're all falling apart. So it's okay, so I'm out of debt. Now I need to buy clothes. Now what else is falling apart? Okay, well, this furniture has been falling apart. That's falling apart. That sort of thing. These appliances, all that stuff that you just put off. It's okay, so you're in actual debt to a lender initially, and then after you pay that off, you're in debt to yourself for all of the things that are kind of broken or aren't fixable, or things that are just worn out that you just put off replacing. So it's I'm finally catching up with all of that, and it's hard for your brain to wrap around planning things in this different way. But here's the thing though too, is then it's well, I've got to look forward, and I've got all these other things coming up that I got to set aside money for. So it's I've been saving a lot of money lately, just to try and cover some possible contingencies with some upcoming, career path things, and it's a mess. There's a lot going on, but yeah. Raid Area 77. Okay, I think it's this way, you guys. So this is why We need scaffolding. We're building roller coasters. Okay. So, I was going to say, I'm at the hour mark, and we are streaming for 90 minutes tonight. So, I'm going to go ahead and find a place to stand that's relatively safe, and go do a hydration break, because I need to refill my drink. Is that sun setting? That's sun setting, but we should be safe up here. I say warily. So, BRB, hydration break, music, written by me, performed by Sean Hills. Here's a song I wrote, performed by my brother Sean, while I go get a beverage. It's called Lines. I hope you like it.
Power line to convey a certain brilliance, a telephone line to carry a voice, a metro line to bring us all downtown. Lines of connection, communication, not the borders of boundaries that slice and dice a nation. Divided by the chalk lines of disreputable history, past failures are laid out as we shrug with absent mystery. Those bodies left behind us while we amble on ahead, fearful of the wrong things from newspapers unread. Before I tell you what to do, or you try to tell me, let's all see what's been done and where we could have been. By knowing what's before us, the path might clear ahead, and focus on new obstacles uncharted by the dead. Power line from a gurgling turbine, a telephone line from a quiet room, a metro line from across the city. Maybe we'll all raise our glasses soon. They say across the fence line the grass is always verdurous, but we're not corralling cattle, fearing wranglers about the murders. When we look out past dividers, we're unsurprised to see more folks erecting fences, becoming detainees. Before I worry about you or you worry about me, let's all dwell on ourselves, we're the private enemy, becoming who we're meant to, virtuous and creative. We won't dread the different, the strange or unrelated. A power line to convey certain brilliance, a telephone line to carry a voice, a metro
Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording this How Is Due in Nashville, Tennessee. Yeah, you know, you're right. I don't think I sound hoarse, but, like, I do feel like something in my throat. I hope I'm not getting sick. Like, because, like, when I'm talking normally, I don't notice it as much, but when I do the intro, I can feel something's different, because I've done that intro thousands of times. And definitely something's different. Man, this is not very well lit up here. I should probably fix that. They say across the fence line the grass is always verdurous, but we're not corralling cattle, fearing wranglers, fouling murders. Okay. Yeah, I wrote those lyrics. I am back. Sorry, I need to make all these incidental improvements to this building because it's driving me crazy that it's not perfect in every way. I don't know that we would... this part doesn't need to be lit up because it's... I do think... should probably... be... maybe something like that? Yeah, because, like, the stuff can spawn on these corners here. That's just not... that's not good. That's not healthy. Oh, interesting. So, this one has a white block here. But that other one down there didn't. Huh. What I'm kind of thinking of doing is just putting a line of these in there that run up to there. And then doing the same over here. Okay. So this one, though, is different in that the glass block actually stops one short there. This is not a very consistent build is what I'm learning, guys. I'm going to run down and grab some extra glass from downstairs. Well, no, I'm not. Because I'm up here now, and if I go downstairs, then we're going to have mobs spawning. And then this one's the ladder. You know, we can probably get rid of this ladder now. Just as I think about that. Iskall was on earlier. He's gone now. That Iskall tag is just one of the statues has a name tag on it. Okay, so we have 22 minutes left in the stream. We are not going to be streaming late tonight, guys, because it's already late. People were up watching the debates. So we're running a little bit behind. But one thing we are going to do is let's go ahead and put in some redstone lamps. Oh, the way to do this would actually be to have the redstone with me now. So let's grab some blocks of redstone. And then, did I have white glass over here somewhere? That would have been real handy if I did. Real handy indeed. Of course not. I got blocks of iron. Got blocks of iron. Where did I put the white concrete powder and white glass I had earlier? Did I put the white glass back over here? Yeah. This looks good. White concrete, white stained glass. There we go. Oh no, it's gonna be bright outside, so we won't be able to tell where lights need to go. It's part of the problem in the first place. Okay. So we're gonna run back here, and we're gonna put another block of white stained glass on top of that one. And then we're gonna remove this ladder. Now that everybody's got a what do you call it? A Elytra, it doesn't really warrant that the same way. Okay. So it looks like we need one more here. And then we'll have the white glass. White glass. Then we switch over to end rod, end rod, end rod. Then white glass again. Now that doesn't fix this problem here, but we can deal with that next. Okay. Hey, welcome, Gaia Eagle. Glad to have you. Okay. So for our next trick, we're going to knock out all of those. I'm going to put one of these here, then one of these here. Remove the ladder. That's also a good point. We will, now that we are down here. Not really serving much purpose. Okay. Hey, welcome, Adam Arts. Okay, so we've already got glowstone on some of these. Yep, 1080 stamps, we are lighting up the ministry. I'm just trying to make a bunch of little improvements. These are not going to be featured in the video. I'm not going to go and be like, and look at all the work we did in around the ministry. I just want the ministry to be a little better. This place is honestly a little bit of an embarrassment. Like, I didn't realize how bad the lighting was. There's so many extra torches everywhere. It's not good. No pets, no. Because, just too many. We have too many other obligations right now. Having a kid is enough. You know, and pets can be expensive too, you know. Like, if you're not ready for the veterinary bills and stuff, which, like I said, we just got out of debt, which was entirely my debt from school, so, you know, I'm not in a rush to go, also, like, you know, I have no idea what state we'll all be living in and stuff like that in the future, so it just seems safer not to rush out there and get a pet. If I turn all the floors into slabs, I don't have to light anything up. I don't want to do that. I don't want to turn the floor into slabs. I like the floor. I do think I'm going to go ahead and do this, though. See, we don't need that torch right there. I'd be willing to bet we don't need this. This torch is definitely not needed. That one might be needed. Some of these torches were supposed to be markers to figure out where pillars needed to go and stuff. Yeah, Herbert, this is a 90-minute stream tonight, and we are currently at the 75-minute mark. Yeah, these are slabs, so, I mean, but mobs will still spawn, so that's fine. That's why we're lighting it up. Okay. So, one thing I played with over here was putting in a grid like this. Now, once again, that's not going to go all the way to here. So right here, I'm probably still going to need a way to light this up. So then we're looking at weird stuff like that. Well, that's actually still okay. It's not the worst. And then at that point, we're still looking at the same thing right here on this one. Oh, I didn't get this corner either. Okay. So then we're coming over here to this one. Oh, this one's resting directly on that. Ooh, boy. Huh. So, if we ran redstone... If we power the block below it directly, will that power it? Does that work? Let's, hey, we got a ton of scaffolding. Let's go down there and find out. Okay. Too low. Oh boy. Okay, 14 minutes left in the stream. I am starting to get tired, though. I'll admit it. I'll admit it. Yeah, okay. There's not a great way to get out there. So... Okay, now we're lined up with it at least. Whoops. Probably should wall that off too at some point. Okay, so if we put redstone here, that is not going to work. But if we put a repeater that fed directly into that block, would that work? Hey, thank you to Crazy Nerd Monkey for $14. That is going to bring us up to... We're now at $26 toward our next face camera expansion, which with a $20 milestone, we're going to grow... Wait. No, select this one. Grow Hills! Woo! Now, at this point's usually where things start getting a little bit spooky after dark. That $6 is going in the bank toward the next milestone. But in the meantime, we're going to enter Ghost. You'll see me slipping between the material and ethereal worlds. Because I'm very slippery and I drank a lot of olive oil. It wasn't a very good idea, but it was on the olive, so what can you do? So there we go. We are here to remind you of the minds you craft when you went away. Okay, so... Actually, I might have left all the redstone stuff upstairs. I totally did. So, let's run back out here. Put a lever or just a redstone block below it. Oh. Yeah, a lever is exactly the sort of thing I'm looking for. Thank you. Christian DeFridas writes, "Loser!" He is clearly talking about the new Prime Minister of the UK, Boris Johnson. You know, there's a lot of good reasons to criticize Boris Johnson, Christian DeFridas, but you know what? It's probably better to focus on specific policy complaints you have rather than just calling him a loser. So I would recommend you try to focus your effort on identifying Tory policies that you feel are counterproductive, like there's a lot of that austerity stuff that I think personally really could be a problem if implemented. Also, looking to re-exert direct control over Northern Ireland is insane, in my opinion. So thank you for bringing that to our attention as well, Christian DeFreitas. So, where were we? We were going to go ahead and try to grab some redstone stuff. Like I said, I want to try and force a signal directly into that block, and I'm not sure if we can. So we'll probably want to have at least one stone block, I guess. Whoops. Yeah, that's exactly what I intended to do. Okay. We'll get rid of that for right now. Let's fly back up here. Whoops. That's how you smack into a lot of glass. And then you land exactly where you intended. Frudge writes, "Are you a hippie?" Well, to put it kind of simply, let's just streamline this conversation because there's a lot of loaded words there. I ain't hippie. I'm feeling glad. I'm Joe Hills. I'm a dad. I'm useful, but not for long. I'm distracted, improvising songs. I'm not a hippie. I'm feeling glad. My name's Joe Hills. I'm a dad. This lit up. It's glowing strong. The sunrise is far, far gone. It's far, far gone. It's far, far gone. It's far, far gone. Glowstone block. I need a redstone lamp now. You better get planted over here anyhow. You giving off shines? I wouldn't give mine. You best not whine. My recliner's reclined. By Slabio. I don't know where I'm going with this song. I'm just literally making this up as I go. How many more minutes? Right, it's exact opposite, man. 8 minutes. I'm putting redstone under there because it'll look better from below ground. So here's the thing, is like, all of this redstone is going to be visible from below, and it's going to look way cooler. Am I not worried I'm going to hit the scaffold and holding up the roller coaster? No, because it's all the way down there. There's the roller coaster scaffold, and it's like, it's way down there. Okay, why are these torches not going in my offhand? There we go. We can get rid of some of these extra lights now. I am going to have to implement this star system that I've got here elsewhere. Oh good, now it's raining. My favorite. But let's do the perimeter lamps first, just for simplicity's sake. Of course the torch replants, of course. Okay, so that's lined up at the middle of there. Christian DeFreitas, you are forgiven. Oh, that's directly on top. That's another one that's directly on top there. So we're gonna have to do the same kind of weird trick. Oh, same thing here. So, oh wait, I'm not gonna be able to pass electricity upward through the glass. Oh no. Oh man, no, that's gonna be bad. Yeah, see, the redstone blocks here, I think, are gonna look more consistent than the redstone torches once we throw some stairs beneath them. Or some, like, additional blocks, right? So right now, those, there's still some random freestanding stuff here. Right now, those look kind of weird, but I think it's gonna look better now. Okay, so we are 5 minutes away from the end of the stream. Huh. what would be a good... So what I was kind of thinking... Hear me out on this. Let me get some scaffolding across here, guys. So that's going to go to right there. Oops. I was thinking I'd do something like that underneath the redstone. But I don't know. I know I could use a lever, but I don't think if it looks good. Meme Outlaw says, first day of high school tomorrow, any advice? Yeah, have fun. Like, if you're not having fun, you're probably doing it wrong. I don't know. Other advice that's not as good for the first day of high school, but like for enduring high school in the long term. During high school, they give you a lot of time to learn, but they're not always teaching you. So, you know, bring a book. Just like one of the smartest guys I know, I remember we had a not particularly good math teacher for one of our, I think it was for trigonometry, which they used to call something like pre-cal or something. I don't know if they still, what they call it nowadays. It was basically trigonometry class. And we didn't have the best teacher. And so after kind of getting a sense of what to expect from the classroom, he just showed up with this giant book. And it was called something like, and you don't have to be this dramatic with it, but it was called something like A Comprehensive History of Colonial America. And he just sat there for an hour a day, every day, reading this comprehensive history of colonial America, because he could learn the trigonometry on his own, but, you know, he didn't need to sit there and just be bored the whole time. He could sit and learn something. Personally, in that class, because I was a little bit more, I wasn't as aggressive as he was, let's say. I did not bring in a gigantic, humorously large book to obviously read in front of everyone. I actually had a, one of those Texas Instruments calculators. I don't know if they still make these, but you used to be able to put ebooks on them. So I read a bunch of books on the calculator. I just have the calculator on my desk, and then I would press the turn page button every time I had finished a page. But like, I would act like I was generally kind of paying attention. Read the thing on the calculator, turn the page. So I was reading several pages a day. I say several. I'm a fast reader. I was reading a lot, but I wasn't being obnoxious about it. You don't have to be obnoxious about it. You can follow the example of obnoxious people while filtering out some of the most obnoxious things they're doing. That's just, that's free advice. That's free advice. I'd like to point out, actually, this whole YouTube channel is free. So, thank you very much to the people who do donate. You're allowing me to do this for free for everybody else. So let's see. We are at... So, 10 Hades stamps. It wasn't... So, the thing is, the calculator wasn't intended to be an ebook reader. It just happened to be able to support reading ebooks, if that makes sense. Like, I installed an ebook reader on it. Okay. So... let's see. A lot of people are saying, I just played Minecraft in class. We didn't have Minecraft yet. The Gaming Center says, can you make the face camera smaller? No, but time will. So at 6 a.m. in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania tomorrow morning, the face camera will reset to its natural state. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like the redstone. Maybe I'll put buttons on it. Yeah, I don't know. Well, anyway, this stream is over, actually. We just hit the 90-minute mark, and like I said, we started late because of the presidential debates. But my name is Joe Hills. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. Thank you so much to everybody who donated. I'm going to play you off with the song I wrote, performed by my brother Sean, called Send Me a Wave Via Subspace. Keep adventuring.
Send me a wave via subspace. Beam me a message from home. Cast me a hello in hollow. Tell me I'm not all alone. The corridors are narrow and the rations miss the mark as we fly like Xeno's arrow past the sparkles in the dark. I think of home and what I miss is picnics in the park. Though send me away via subspace. Chat me a line or two. Because though we grow distantly, relativistically, I'm coming.